Hello and welcome to session 3 of week 7. So we are nearly at the end of our penultimate week. So well done, you've done really well. We really have increased the distance a lot over the last few weeks and you've progressed really well and coped so well with these progressions. So fantastic work. So let's get moving if you haven't already. A nice gentle walking pace, and then as we make our way through the next 4 minutes we're going to start to increase the speed of that walk, and then for the final minute we'll just drop that down to the nice easy walk, getting yourselves ready to start today's session. So today's session we are on our steady continuous run today, so we're now making our way all the way up to 27 minutes, so that's a really good progression and we're so nearly there now. We're just 3 minutes off our end goal of being able to hold that pace for 30 minutes in total. So just another extra 3 minutes to go after you've completed today's session and you're there, you have completed it. So well done. So we've had over a minute already of this warm up, so let's keep going and let's increase that pace a little bit further. Remember to drive with those arms forwards and backwards. Try to avoid going across the body, so keep your arms in line and big stride. Let's open up that stride length and really push off from the toes as we get ourselves loose and warmed, prepared for this session. So let's just have a look back at where we started. So you have done so well. If we look back at week 1, when we first started, we began with doing 2 repetitions of what was at the time was a long distance. So we did 2 lots of 4 minutes. And then we progressed you up nicely to 2 lots of 6 minutes. And then we made our way up to 2 lots of 8 minutes. And then we went 2 lots of 12 minutes. And then we dropped to the 2 repetitions and we did 1 continuous 20-minute run. And then last week we did 25-minute run. And then that's today, on to today, which is the 27 minutes. So you've done so well. Let's just keep it going. Hold the steady pace, what you've been doing for the last few sessions. I will go through it with you as well. You're not alone. I'll be with you every step of the way. So just keep going, keep focused on what you're doing. So we're halfway through this warm up now. So just another 2.5 minutes to go and then we'll be ready to start. So if you haven't done already, please like and share and follow my Facebook page and also my Instagram. So look at Simon Minting Audio Training. Check that out. If you've coped really well with these sessions and you've enjoyed these, I do have another podcast out there as well. So just look at Simon Minting Audio Training on various different podcast platforms. And then you can give them a go as well. There's lots of different workouts there. Same kind of principle. I'll be telling you when to start and stop and how much recovery is between each repetition. But there's a complete variety of different sessions suiting all levels of ability. So please check those out as well and give them a go. Right, so we're nearly there now, just another 30 seconds to go. Just hold this pace and then we're going to drop down the intensity for that last minute as we get ourselves ready to begin. So we can do this, come on. Big push for the final bit of effort. So a very quick brief insight into our final week, just to give you a little bit of heads up what we're going to be doing. So next week is our final week, week 8. We're going to be doing 4 lots of 8 minutes for our first session, the shorter rep session with 1 minute recovery, and then the pyramid session we're going to do a 2 to 6 minute pyramid, so not doing a 1 minute rep, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 with a 30-second recovery, and then that last session will be our 30-minute of steady running. So we're nearly there. That's all you got left to do after this session. Just 3 more sessions and then that is it. You have completed the Out of Condition to Mint Condition training program. Right, okay, we are nearly there. Just 30 seconds to go now. So come on, deep breaths, get yourselves ready, get yourselves focused. We can do this. Not long now, come on, 15 seconds. Okay, off in 10. Remember to hold that steady pace. I'll let you know each minute how long's left. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So off we go then with the 27 minute. Let's hold a steady pace the whole way through this. So I'll let you know how we're getting on. Each minute I'll tell you how long has gone and how much time is remaining. So just settle into a comfortable pace for you. Try and keep as relaxed as possible and we'll do this together. It's a great start. Well done. Come on. So you've progressed so well. This is coming towards the end now of week 7 after this session. And we're going to be adding on another 2 minutes from last week's steady run where we did 25 minutes. So come on, it's just an extra 2 minutes to hold this pace. We can do this. It's really important that you get the right pace. And if you do feel that you're going off too fast, you can adjust it, okay? Just gradually slow it down if you feel it's too much for you. The whole point of this is to hold that same pace that you feel comfortable to go for the 27 minutes to prepare ourselves for next week for the 30 minutes. So we're over a minute gone already. 1 down, come on. I tend to find through longer runs that after a while the minutes will pass a lot quicker as you get used to it and you get set into a rhythm. They'll fly by. So just keep as relaxed as you can. You're not alone. Everyone else who's doing this program is doing exactly what you're doing, progressing at the same rate. They might be a different pace, they might be a bit slower or a bit faster, but that's okay. This is specific to you, but we're all doing this together. That's 2 minutes down now. So think about that as our extra 2 minutes that we are going to add on from last week. So now we're just got to match what we did last week. That's it. Great pace. Come on. Just keep going. Fantastic work this week. You've really progressed nicely through the routines, through the 3 sessions. It was a tough week, quite a lot of progression. We added on an extra 1.5 minutes on that first one when we did 7.5 minute reps rather than 6 minutes, which we did the week before. And then with that pyramid, we added a little bit extra in there with that 6 minute in the middle. And now we're pushing this a bit further as well. So great progressions this week, setting ourselves up nicely for next week for the final week of the program. Okay, that's 3 minutes down. So next week, the progression really isn't that much more than this week. So you're so nearly there. Next week, we're going to do 4 lots of 8 minutes for the session 1 with a 1 minute recovery. And then with the pyramid session on the second session, we're going to do 2 minutes all the way up to 6 minutes and then back down the other side of the pyramid back to 2 minutes. And then obviously that last session is the one that we've been building up to, which is that 30 minutes of continuous work. Come on, doing really well. We're nearly at 4 minutes down already. Come on, let's keep it going. 4 minutes down now. If it helps, break it down into blocks, into sections, if that makes it better. So rather than thinking of the whole 27 minutes, break it down into smaller sections and just focus on completing each chunk as it comes. Whatever works for you, do that. Really good work. So we're coming up to the 5 minute mark soon. Brilliant stuff, come on. Deep breaths, keep loose, keep relaxed. And there we go, that's another minute down now, so that's 5 minutes down. Hopefully by now that you've settled into a little bit more of a rhythm and you've got that pace right for you. Sometimes we tend to go a little bit fast at the start if we're a little bit keen and feeling the adrenaline inside us. But hopefully now you've settled into a nice pace for you, which you can sustain. And there's plenty of time later on in the steady run. If you feel that you've got anything left, if you're feeling good, you can always push it a little bit further towards the end. Just keep it nice and steady and comfortable for now. It's never a good feeling when you go off too fast and then you tire and you've got to keep going as you're tiring and your legs are hurting and you're breathing harder. So just try and avoid that if you can. So that's 6 minutes down. Great work. Remember all the points I've mentioned to you about your form. It really does make a difference. That's why it's so important to keep relaxed and drive with those arms forwards and backwards. Try to avoid the rotation. So arms going across the body. Let's keep those arms back and forth. Keep upright, keep tall. Imagine you're being pulled up from the head. There's a rod going all the way from the top of your head all the way to the bottom of your spine, pulling your hips up high. Keep that good posture. Try not to lean forward or back. Drop the shoulders. You don't want any tension. So that's 7 minutes down. Keep those knees nice and high. All these points you just got to keep going over in your head, because as you get tired, we tend to forget about them, and then that's when the form goes. And then when the form goes, then your pace will drop. Keep a good stride length. Try to avoid overstriding, but try to avoid doing small steps at the same time. Just keep it nice and natural. Coming up to the 8 minute mark soon. Come on. Break it into smaller sections if you need to. So let's try and get to the 10 minute mark, holding this same pace. So another 2 minutes to go until we're at that 10 minute mark. 8 minutes down now. Brilliant work, come on. So please let me know how you've got on up to this point. How have you found all the weeks? How have you found the progressions? Which sessions do you like the best? Do you like the first session that we do, of the repetition work, or the second one of the pyramid, or the final one of each week of our steady continuous run? Which ones do you find the most enjoyable? And which ones do you find the most challenging? So please let me know. It'd be great to hear how you find it as well as how I find it. Okay, that's 9 minutes down. For me, I like the pyramid ones myself. So let me know if you agree. Doing really well, come on. Nearly at the 10 minute mark. We're over a third of the way, come on. Good work. And if you haven't already, please like, share my Facebook page and my Instagram. So just look at Simon Minting Audio Training and just follow all my stories and let me know as well how you're getting on. So that's 10 minutes down. So let's focus on the next section now. Come on. Let's get to 13.5 minutes, and then that will be our halfway point. So let's get another 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes done now, and then we're halfway. Let's get that section complete now. Come on. Really good work now. Nearly at the 11-minute mark now. Come on, keep going. Hold the same pace. So that's 11 minutes down now. So let me know where you're doing your sessions. Where are you listening to this podcast from? Currently, as I'm recording this at the moment, there's over 20 countries where it's been played, which is brilliant. So let me know where you are and where you're doing this. Great to see some pictures of you doing your workouts. So send those to the social pages and show everyone how you're doing. So we're coming up to 12 minutes soon. Come on. So that is 12 minutes down now. So a minute and a half to go, and we're halfway. So if you're doing an out and back run, it's nearly time for you to turn around and come back home. And if you're not, if you're just doing repetitions of wherever you are, that's always quite a good visualization in the head. Just think of that as every step you're coming back, you're at the furthest point away. Just got a minute to go, then we are at that halfway point. Try to avoid that tension in your hands. Remember that travels all the way through the arm. If you clench your wrists, your fists, and then it goes up into the arm, into the shoulder, into your core. And you're not going to keep us relaxed, which will slow you down. So that's 13 minutes down now. Come on. 30 seconds and we're halfway. Really good. Come on, keep it going now. So we are officially halfway now. Well done. First half complete. Let's keep it going. So we just got to do that again. If you're feeling good, you're feeling strong, and you can feel that you can give this a little bit extra for the second half, by all means do so. Just gradually start to speed it up. Try not to go off too much harder. You've still got a bit of a way to go. But if you're feeling good and you felt that you take that first half fairly steady, then you can adjust it now if you need to. 14 minutes down. Come on. But if you feel you got the pace right, great work, well done. That's really good. Just hold on to that pace. You're doing fantastic there. And if you are struggling a bit, don't worry. If you've feel that you've gone off too fast, you can still slow it down. Remember, you're looking at the average speed of the whole of the duration of the run. So if you went off too fast, you can afford to go a bit slower. So you can adjust the pace slower as well as up if you need to. And in turn then you might feel that you can increase the pace after you've recovered a bit. So you can always give yourself a few moments in this longer run just to recover, get your breath back, and then you can pick it up again towards the end. Nothing wrong with doing that. What works well for you and how you're feeling. So that's 15 minutes down now. So let's focus on the next 5 minutes. Let's get to the 20-minute mark now. Really good work. These minutes are counting down quickly. You'll be there in no time. Really good. Keep going. Coming up to 16 minutes soon now. That's 16 minutes now. Another minute to go, and then we're 10 minutes away from the end. Then we really are on the way home. So if you know anyone else that you think would benefit and would enjoy these workouts in this program, please let them know. This program is for anyone who is trying to get into running or trying to get back into running and gradually wants to increase their duration and their stamina to be able to go for continuous pace for 30 minutes. Okay, that is the end goal of this program. So it's great for anyone who's trying to build up from nothing to being able to do, say, a 5k. This is the program for you. Okay, this will help. So if you know anyone who's in that position, let them know, and they can work through all the weeks like you've done and get to where you are now. So 17 minutes, so we're 10 minutes away now. Come on, we'll start the countdown now for how long is left. Really good. It's always good to let people know how you've done. It's really motivating for people if they know that someone similar to themselves has got to where you've got to now, just so that they know that they can achieve what you are doing. So please let them know how you've got on and how you've improved and progressed, just to help them. Coming up to 18 minutes soon, come on. That's 18 minutes down now. So there's various different ways that you can take your mind off it if it's starting to hurt a little bit more now. First technique is just appreciate where you are. Look around, take it in, and just look at where you are. Take your mind off what you're doing and appreciate the environment around you. Another good distraction is counting your stride. See how many steps you can do in a certain amount of time. So we're coming up to 19 minutes now. Come on, one more minute to go, and then we're over 20 minutes down with 7 minutes to go. Come on. Got 8 minutes left now. Try and be as positive as you can. Come on. Trick the mind. Research shows as well, by smiling will release the hormones and your endorphins to make you feel that it's not hurting as badly as maybe you are. Being positive will help and will keep you going. And the reverse, by being negative, will have a bad effect on your running and you're more likely to give up. So just try and stay as upbeat and positive as you possibly can. Enjoy it. So we're coming up to 20 minutes now. 7 minutes to go. So let's get to the 25-minute mark now. Let's focus on the next 5 minutes, and then the final 2 will be where we start to prepare ourselves for the finish. Visualization as well. I've mentioned that many a times in all these workouts, so use that as that helps as well. Just put yourself into a different setting. Imagine you're in that race and you're nearly there. Think about all the benefits that you've done, where you've got to this day, all that training that you've completed to get you as fit as you currently are. People around you, they haven't done the hard work that you have done, and they're tiring and getting slower and slower as you're getting faster and faster. You're pulling away from them with each stride, driving with those arms, pulling yourself away as they're slowing down, and the people in front of you, you're catching up every second. Come on. Be positive. It will help you. Come on. Coming up to 22 minutes soon. So it's 22 minutes down. So we've got 5 minutes to go. Really, really nearly there now. Come on. We've done many of 5-minute reps in this 8 weeks. It's just one more of those. That's all it is. We did a longer repetition than this in the last session in that pyramid with the 6 minute. So we can do this. We're so nearly there now. Really good work now. Remember, let's break it down if that helps. So we're coming up to the 23 minutes soon. Let's just hold this pace for another 2 minutes, and then we can think about our finishing 2 minutes after that. So that's 23 minutes down now. 4 minutes to go. We're so nearly there now. So with all these programs, there's no reason why you can't repeat some of them. You don't have to do the whole 8 weeks again. You've probably got yourself up to a good stage now where the first few weeks you can probably forget about now, and you can do some of the longer sessions in some of the later weeks. So there's no reason why you can't visit some of those other sessions and repeat and see how you get on, compare yourself. Or if you do want to do a shorter, more speedy session, then the first few weeks would be fine to repeat as well. If you're looking to do a few more faster repetitions, now you've got yourself up to a good state. There's no reason why you can't do that. 24 minutes down. Come on, 3 minutes to go. And if you haven't already checked out my other podcast, please take a look at that as well. There's various different other sessions, very similar to what we are currently doing on this program, which you will also find beneficial. Lots of different interval sessions to check out of all different levels of abilities. Some are specifically for beginners, some are for intermediate, some are for advanced. There's also some sessions where there's various different progressions in each session. So check them out. So just look for Simon Minting audio training on any podcast platform and you should find that, and check those out as well. Keep the fitness going. So we're coming up to 25 minutes. 25 minutes now, so 2 minutes to go. So if you're feeling good, come on. A little bit more in for the final 2. If you're tiring, stick with it. Come on, let's hold on. This is the time to work a bit harder. Try not to strain. When we work harder, we tend to tense up a bit more, but just try and keep as loose as possible. Try not to clench the fists. Imagine that you're holding a crisp between your thumb and your first finger, and you're not breaking it, you're just holding it there. You don't want that tension to build up in the body. Sometimes you think that you're doing really well by really working hard, but then you're actually slowing down by doing so. So just keep as loose and relaxed as you can. Okay, are we all ready? This is 1 minute to go now. That's 26 minutes down. 1 minute to go. Fantastic work. We're nearly there. And just think, it's only an extra 3 minutes on from what we're doing today to the end goal. That's how close you have now become to completing this program. Come on, 20 seconds left now. See that point in front of you? 20 seconds away, let's get there, come on. So close. 5 seconds, this is it. 3, 2, 1, great, you've done it. So well done, that is the end of session 3 of week 7. Fantastic work, you have completed your continuous run of 27 minutes, brilliant. So if you haven't already, let's get cooling down. So a nice easy walk, and every minute let's think about trying to lower that pace until we have finished, okay? So if you haven't already, please get moving at a nice easy level and take deep breaths on board and just feel your body just gradually returning back to when you first started this session. So really, really good. Let's just look at what we've just achieved there. So you have just ran for 27 minutes continuously with no recovery. That is really good. Great progression on from when we first started. And if we look at the continuous runs, we started those in week 5 with that 20-minute run. And then we pushed you up to 25 minutes, and then here we are now at week 7 with the 27. So I'm sure you know what the progression is from this run. We are on to our last week, week 8 next week, and as I've mentioned over the previous sessions, the end goal, the last session of this program is that continuous run for 30 minutes with no breaks at the pace that's right for you. So that's where we are, we're nearly there now. So we're 1.5 minutes through this cool down now, so just start to ease it down a little bit more now as we are gradually recovering. Really, really good work. So let's just have a little look into what we are doing for our final week then, okay? So you've done really well. We've progressed you with that shorter repetition session, which is the one that we do at the start of the week. And then our second session, the pyramid, we've progressed you nicely from there as well. And then obviously our longer repetitions, which led on to this steady 1 repetition run, is progressing nicely there as well. So next week we've got 4 lots of 8 minutes. So just a slight progression on what we did this week. So just an extra 30 seconds of those repetitions. And we're going to have a minute recovery in between. So quite a good recovery just to help yourself get ready and start those next repetitions. Then we have that pyramid session. So we've got the 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute with just a 30-second recovery. And then we have that final session of the 30 minutes of continuous running. So 2.5 minutes down now in this cool down. So we've just got another 2.5 minutes to go. So now I'm going to talk to you about other tips that will help your running technique. So over the last 2 sessions, I've mentioned about being nice and tall and keeping that posture neutral. And then in the last session, I spoke about those arms, just driving those arms forwards and backwards and try to avoid rotating across the body. So today we're going to move on to the legs. So the first point I'm going to mention is your knees. So you need to make sure you pick up the knees, okay? When you get tired, it's very common that your quads will get tired and you won't be raising the knees as well as you did possibly at the start of the run. So really try and focus on picking up those knees. In turn, that will lengthen your stride as well, which means it's less foot strikes on the floor when you are getting tired. However, having said that, it's really important that your stride length is correct. So you want to try to avoid overstriding as well as understriding. So you just need to make sure that you are not overstriding as well as understriding. So with the knees, there's various different drills that you can do to help this. Jog for say 50 meters at a nice easy rate, but really focus on raising those knees at the same time as driving the arms forwards and backwards. And then just jog back recovery and then just repeat this a couple more times. The other one you can do is a skipping drill, so really driving in the air with the opposite arm to the knee, and then just repeat on the other side as you go. These are really good to do as part of your warm-up because it's not only prepares the body, but it's also good mentally just to focus on those certain drills which you can hopefully put into your running when you start your session. So we're coming now into our last 30 seconds of this cool down. So you're nearly there. Just start to ease down the pace a little bit more. Fantastic work. That is the end of week 7. So we've just got one more week to go. We are so nearly there now. So just rest up well now for a couple of days, and then we'll take on those 8-minute repetitions, 4 of them in total, remember, for our final week of the program. So I'm going to sign off now. So well done, and I'll look forward to training with you again very soon. Goodbye.